Well, get it right.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
The Paliboys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
You can do that every time. This thing.
Again. Now we're supposed to have a special guest on tonight. He's not popped into the chat yet. I think he's putting a link up or something. He says so. When he pops in, we'll have a little interview with him. But we've got a question already, so we can answer that while we're waiting. Can you tell me what I could use to protect my vintage figures from plastic deterioration? Some people have used Armour All spray, really, and then you can use car. You can use on car interiors. Have you done it? No.
No, I wouldn't put anything like that on a figure. No, not on vintage figures. They're going to degrade. It's not plastic, isn't it?
Nothing you can do about it.
No.
It's different types of plastic go different colours.
Yeah.
If you notice, like on the ATAT, on the Millennium Falcon, different types of plastic go different yellows. It's I think Vintage Rebellion did a podcast about it. They went right deep into it, and it was really nerdy, but it was so interesting.
Oh yeah, there was that scientific bloke, wasn't there?
Yeah. I could do a listening to that again. Actually, it's very interesting.
I think they meant by like, could you spray a chemical over it just to preserve it? But no,
I wouldn't do anything like that. Anything like that. Nothing.
No.
Well, these
people might lacquer them, but that's just ruining the figure, isn't it? So
best way is to put it in a box, keep it in the loft. But
but the problem is because it's plastic, there's air bubbles inside the plastic, isn't there? So you're going to get air.
Frost in, all sorts of things. Like me, I've got my ATAT on display, and I've got my Dagobah playset with still has the foam in it. I've got them on display, and I'm really worried about them. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them back in the box and put them in the bedroom.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He's showing off.
I was seeing if you could put them in the background, but I guess they don't stay.
All right.
You should put your retro collection over the top of you, John, sort of around here. So look what I got. Well, you've taken all out of the packaging now, haven't you? So
yeah, but guess what I got today?
Just those two. That's it. I only put those two.
Guess what I got today? I'm looking at it right now.
Well, wait a second. I got an answer here. So, but Jonathan, I personally also would not put anything on my figures. I think that if you store them in a place that has good, clean air, I think they will never turn color. Because I'll tell you, I had a couple of my figures that were outstanding on shelves for a good on 30, 35 years. And then I moved in for 1 6-month period, just 6 months, with a person who smoked. And he smoked outside, so not even in the apartment. And just the presence of the smoke on his clothing when he'd come in and out of the place turned one of my stormtroopers yellow. So I think it has to do with how clean the air is in the environment where you live. Because it was like it didn't change color for 30, 35 years. And then in 6 months of someone who just smoked outdoors. But every time he opened the door, every time he walked in, you get that waft of smoke because it's always on their clothes and on everything. And that was enough to taint the figure. And even some of the modern figures that I had standing up, like this was around Force Awakens time. I've got a couple of First Order stormtroopers that already turned yellow because of that 6-month period of living with that guy. So it's like I think it's the air that your stuff is exposed to that really makes the biggest difference, based on my experience.
Yeah. You got to have it nice, climate controlled, sort of keep it in a nice certain area.
As soon as I noticed,
I thought a room like that.
As soon as I noticed those First Order stormtroopers changing color, I immediately took all my stuff down and put it in boxes and stored it away while I was living until I was no longer living with the guy, because I was like, I can't afford to have everything turn yellow, you know.
Yeah.
And I was amazed how fast they changed. Also, like
Yeah.
Smoke is the worst thing for figures.
Smoke and temperature, because if you keep your things in a loft, you're 1 minute they're getting hot, and then they're going to get cold in the winter, aren't they? And they just keep going hot, cold all year round, and it's not doing them any good, is it? So you got to keep them somewhere.
I think that hot cold cycle is what makes Ninja Turtles turn sticky and goopy. Have you ever? Because you can find a good, nice old Ninja Turtle, but then at the same time, you can find a Ninja Turtle that feels like it's melting in your hands, like if the plastic is sticky and gross. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's Turtles anyway, isn't
it? So what do you got, Mark?
Well, what did I buy last week?
What'd you get?
The Paliboys Death Star. Well, it's the Canada Paliboys Death Star. It's not as good condition as I thought it would be, but I'm just so happy. I've put it all together. I've done one video of me unboxing it, so that'll be on tomorrow. But I'm going to do a video of me putting it together, but I couldn't wait. I put it together. I'm obviously going to take it apart and clean it because it's absolutely filthy. There's water damage on it. There's sellotape on it. It needs a lot of work doing to it, which is good because I can do lots of videos on it. But yeah, I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed a bit, so I've got it. I've never had it, and it displays really nice as well. I will put up a video. Tomorrow probably.
Have you got all the cleaning material to clean it, like lighter fluid?
I haven't got the lighter fluid, but I'm going to go out tomorrow. I've got a couple of things to post, so I'm going to go out tomorrow and get some lighter fluid.
Yeah, you get a corner shop.
Anything else you suggest that I get?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd suggest though? Anything to clean it apart from lighter fluid?
Have you got the glue for it? The glue to stick it.
I've got PVA. I've got wood glue.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Copydex or Copydex is quite good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's mostly sellotape damage because it's got lots of sellotape on it. Unfortunately,
that would be lighter fluid to get rid of that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, you'll see it anyway. That centre corridor section, it's the least of my troubles. But I will be looking to replace. Some bits might need replacing, some might not. Again, it's Canada, so it's thicker cardboard. So if I get a replacement, it's going to look. I don't know if it's going to look the same.
See, what I'm curious about is when this whole quarantine thing is lifted and we can really go out and spend some time with places. I'm curious about taking the finding a good image of, say, your corridor that's ripped. There's a piece ripped off your corridor. Like, find a good image of the corridor online and just get that section printed. Just print the part that's damaged and lay it over it just so it looks nice.
Yeah, you could do that.
Don't permanently attach it because you don't want to ruin the original. But I mean, just somehow get it to stay up there so that from a distance it looks like it's all one color.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like the trash compactor, obviously it bends and it's got black tape across it. So I'm just going to have to do the best I can with reattaching, get the tape off and reattach it. Using like I used with the boxes on my videos yesterday. The bottom bit is in two. It's sellotaped together. It doesn't look too bad actually. That's the first thing I'm going to do the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it all and let it all dry. Take the bottom bit, cut the sellotape off, and try and reattach a bit of cardboard along and try and reinforce it. Because it doesn't really matter with the Canada underneath because there's nothing underneath it.
No.
You had the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing and the 12 figures on it, didn't you? But this one is just totally black.
Blank, yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm so happy. Can you tell? But I've been waiting all day for post, like I always do. I look out the window. I think I looked out the window about 3:30, and there was nothing there. Hour later, there was a package on the doorstep.
Huh.
Because there's nobody about. Because there's nobody walking about. Because that would have been gone.
Yeah.
No, not on the door.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm lucky I've got it, but I'm lucky that I've got it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you on a main street, Mark, or are you on a sort of?
No. Well.
No.
The thing is, it's like a kind of estate type thing, but there's a lot of dog walkers. We've got a big grassy area. There's a lot of dog walkers, and I'm really surprised it was still there. Really, I'm really not happy, but I'm happy that I've got it anyway. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. See, we're in a locked.
Very soon.
Our condo's in a locked community, so it's like gated with guards.
Right.
They but all the neighbors, like everybody here, everyone gets a ton of packages, and sometimes there's packages that sit out there all day or 2 days. And like when the downstairs neighbors went away for the weekend, like for 3 or 4 days in a row, they got packages, and I swear by the time they came back, it was probably like 30 packages down there, and a new bed and a washing machine, and I was like, geez. But nobody touches it in our area. They just leave it.
No,
we don't have to worry.
No, I'm quite. The neighbours are all right. I mean, if somebody had seen it, they'd probably knocked on the door and told me. To be honest with you, but you don't know anybody. Anybody could be walking past and think, "Oh, I love that." But it was obviously it's a quite big package, so very happy. You got 5 plastic clips with it, and you just need 5.
Okay.
So it's just got enough. That's good. So I just need the chute, the plastic suit, the tray that the gunner sits in, the canopy, and the 2 guns. That's all I really need. The rest of it displays really well. I'm just going to
2 guns. The 2 guns, are they exactly identical to the X-Wing? They're not different color or anything? They're the same exact ones?
Same. Exactly the same.
Wow, so they should be not that hard to find.
Yeah, I'm not worried about those. I could have bought those already. I can find those. It's just the tray that the gunner sits in. I obviously want some extra beta figures to go in.
Is Matt fading away? I see Matt looks like he's getting blurry and fading away.
Oh, is he gone? I think he's gone. He actually went before. I think the internet's a bit dodgy tonight because he before we came live, he came on and went off again. So we've lost him.
He's fading into the nothingness.
I'll wait till he comes back. Yeah, wait till he comes back.
I don't know if I'm going to get anything today. I mean, there's more stuff out there on its way over, but
I keep getting it. It's earlier for you. I mean, I usually get my post in the morning.
Ours comes about now. Like yesterday, we were on the live stream when it showed up. So that's.
He's back. What happened there?
Ours will show up.
It's the internet. Yeah, I think everyone's on the internet at the moment. It's just terrible. So, but I'm Wi-Fiing it from my front room, so I'm upstairs. So it's a bit bad.
A new watcher.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm going to mention Oodles tonight. It's quite confusing because I've got 2 Matts on here now. Oh, that's gone now. That's good. That's better. So because we're waiting for Ben Potter to come on. We're obviously going to mention Toys of Tatooine and Action Plastics, I think it's called. But Oodles. I've got it all written down here. Well, I'm going to mention Oodles Marketplace and Oodles Armory, but I'm going to mention them a bit later on. We do we're bigging up channels and things like that. Back on the back end of the show. So we know you're there. Thank you for watching. Blacked Out Airwalks.
Oh, there they are. I just saw some of the vintage that they put up. There's some nice carded vintage they put up.
Yeah.
Blacked Out Ewoks did. Yeah.
that Trilogo Luke, lucky git.
Yeah. Awful piece.
Lovely piece.
Feature Rebellion's here again.
Hey.
Just mentioned you. I think your ears must have been burning. Yeah, we just talked about the degradation of plastic that you did an episode on a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go and try and find it again, listen to it again. Because we had this. I don't know if you saw it earlier. Somebody wants to put armor or spray on the figures to protect the figures. Yeah. Black Tat Ewok says UK Post is a joke.
Yeah, I've had nothing today.
This was Parcel Force. This was Parcel Force. To be honest with you, they're still running as normal, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to say.
I've been told that the Post think it's worse than Christmas at the moment because everyone's at home. They're just getting 3 or 4 times what they usually even at Christmas.
Yeah.
So that's why we're getting Post every other day.
I'm not too worried about it. But this is not the Royal Mail, so
I wanted to order the old Saga, the Skywalker Saga Blu-ray box set off Amazon, but I'm Amazon Prime, and it says it comes out Monday, and it says I won't get it for another week after I've ordered it. I mean, like, I know there's priority stuff out there, but if you pay Amazon Prime, you think they'd, So,
that gets me about Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime can deliver you the next day, but even though they do Morrison's deliveries, but they can't deliver the food. I don't understand that whatsoever. Anyway, that's like Black Tat Ewok says put up 21 back hand, so we'll watch that afterwards.
Nice.
All right, nice.
And Gavin, back.
Oh.
Get on tomorrow if you want.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, get a camera.
Yeah, we might talk about Marvel tomorrow then.
Yeah, we want to see you.
There you go. That's quite a number of messages today.
Yeah.
I haven't thought of any topic to talk about because we're supposed to be having a guest on. But,
all right, you let him do all the talking, were we? All right.
Yeah, he's not showing up, but I'll just go through.
He had me pull out stuff to show because of the guest, but we can wait and see if he shows up later. If he shows up in a little bit, we can do it.
I just want to say I've reached over my 60 subscribers, and I've done the giveaway today, and some lucky fellas won a figure, so that's going off to him tomorrow. So and I shall be doing a new giveaway soon, which you know about already. So I've done the video, but I haven't released it yet. So that'll be trying to be that'll be a worldwide release, so everyone can have a go at winning it. So even John can try and win it. Knowing his luck, he probably would.
Is that fair now? No, Well, you just have to do the drawing live like I do. So that way no one can question it because they're actually seeing the whole process.
Well, I filmed it and picked it out, and you can see me doing the picking out, and so I think it was pretty fair. So. Yeah,
are those the puppy stickers?
Did I not win?
Who?
Me?
No. You said you already got the figure anyway. So you don't want it.
I have, but
so did I.
You didn't comment, did you?
I can army build Luke's.
You didn't comment on the video, so
I did.
Nah, you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you're not in my draw then.
Nah. No, I had 19 comments, and I picked the best 10 and written them all down and cut them into bits of paper and written them all out.
Yeah.
And then put them in a bowl and did it that way. So
I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 people in my draw so far.
Yeah. How are you going to do it? I did think about it.
Yeah, Jonathan Stokes, they're going to be in as well because they've commented on this stream, and that counts as well.
You can count everyone, couldn't you? So
yeah. Well, that'd be a
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do it next time because there's a big amount of people. I'm going to have to use one of those number. You get one of those number on computer number things. Each person gets a number allocated, and then you just press a random thing of machine in it or something.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do with that.
The random number generator.
Yeah, that's it. Or I just pick more people and I'd still do the same thing. So I don't.
Ben's just sent me a message saying when's it starting.
What's that?
Ben Potter. He's
Ben. He says, when does it start? So you can come on now. Tell him you can come on now.
24 minutes ago.
How does it start? Now?
Yeah.
Well, 20 minutes ago. Never mind.
Tell him to come on now.
Should we wait for him?
He's coming out?
Well, we'll go through his.
Now?
He's coming. Well, I think he's coming on now. I didn't say 8 o'clock though. This is his Facebook page.
Those look like they're the
very unusual stuff. Stickers. Yeah, he's got. Hang on. I don't want to. No, I don't want to log in. Got some. Sells unusual stuff. You know, like stickers, Electroset, things like that. I'm trying to find. Yeah, look at them.
Yeah,
it's all really interesting stuff.
You can still buy those though. I'm looking at them on eBay.
They're like full box of
pen tops.
Yeah. They're like $2.50 a pack.
Look at those.
What are those? I've never seen those.
Have you not seen those?
Pen tops.
I had all those.
They're pen tops? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just put them on top of your pencil. It's a bit of
yeah.
They're like erasers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a set of eraser.
I was actually thinking of getting the those old cards because I've got some for Return of the Jedi, and I've got a box for Star Wars, the original ones, and then I've got just a couple of packs of Empire Strikes Back. But I did a quick search, and I was like, wow, they're only like $2.50 a pack, $2 $2.50 a pack. Right. That's not too bad for something that old, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And they also have Action Plastics.
Yeah.
And that's
that's the stand,
the
isn't it?
Well, they've got stands, cases. We've been talking about the cases, but we were talking about this the other week, weren't we? The 12 shelf kits.
Yeah.
Extra shelves for your D12.
Yeah.
£8 for a shelf. Extra shelf.
That's nice. Yeah.
You get a little clamp for it as well. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Those are good. But they got to be about a 1/4 inch thick. I remember I got 1/8 inch. I got 1/8 inch acrylic first, and when I first did it, after a couple months, it started bowing because the item, even something as simple as a couple of action figures, end up weighing it down over time. So I ended up having to step up to 1/4 inch acrylic before it stopped bowing.
Right. We have contact.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, guys?
Oh, great. Low-grade Potter.
Your ears burning. We've been talking about you.
Well, all good, I hope.
We had your Facebook up. We had your Facebook page up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your Action Plastics and your.
Oh, Salacious Crumb just died.
Oh no. There we go.
He's so sick of the boredom. He took a dive off the shelf.
Yeah.
So I've just been looking through your wares. I love that.
Yeah.
So you're Ben, right? Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. My name's John. I do the Super Awesome Geek Show.
Oh, how you doing, John? Right?
Yeah, that's biggest channels up. That's a good idea. Yeah, John is the professional YouTuber.
And we got Matt down there.
Yeah, got John up there.
This is my first ever time live on YouTube as well.
Nice.
Oh wow!
There you go.
Welcome to it.
Cheers.
Yeah, we're just having fun. We've been doing it. It's about 3 weeks now. We've been doing it every
I
night.
don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah, 2, innit? Yeah, 2.
I'm losing
probably.
track of time. I'm losing
I
track.
think it's 2, innit? Probably.
tell me about it.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? I thought Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday. Or what? No, Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. And I don't know.
Yeah. Last week, I thought it was Tuesday, and it turned out it was the Thursday. So I lost 2 whole days last week. I don't even know where they went.
I lost a few days on Saturday. I was that drunk. Oh man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Because I'm not really. I don't really do any sort of like video calls or stuff like this. But it's only since lockdown that I joined House Party, done a lot of Skype, and now it just seems like the norm. So I don't actually mind doing it. Whereas like,
I love it.
You asked me 3 weeks ago, I'll be like, no chance. Like, so.
Yeah.
Hey,
We were all a bit dubious doing it at first, but we're getting used to it now, aren't we? We just forget we're live sometimes.
Bit of banter and talking about toys. What else can go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about what we've picked up today. Is there anything you've picked up today, Ben? Any more low grades?
No, just lots of weeds. I've been in the garden all day. No, but this earlier this week, I've come across a huge find of the read-alongs. So I usually announce everything on my group first, but it's like some of them. There's 2 parts to it. The first part was earlier this week, which is that found 116 of them, all new, all sealed.
Wow,
nice one. So
you got that one?
He'll keep going. He'll keep going. He's got everyone.
Oh yeah. Battle of the Who Jibs. What the heck is the Who Jib?
That's a good one. That.
I love this one.
Do you have the cassette versions as well?
No, they're just record. I got all the record versions.
Yeah.
I just bought a couple off you today, haven't I?
Yeah. I've got to post them.
Did you get other stuff or just Star Wars?
Oh no, well, I try and stick to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I do like finding other stuff as well. I've gone heavily into ET of all things. It seems quite popular. So,
and these are fantastic. G.I. Joe. Oh my gosh, they're awesome.
I tell you what, I haven't seen that one before. I actually do. If you hang on, wait. Let's see. This one.
And I got Stolen Idol. Oh, that's a nice one. You got a cool one.
Oh no, you've got something John ain't got.
It's Secret Spy Island. But yeah, that's called Dragonfly Helicopter. Dragonfly Helicopter is one of my favorite helicopters, man.
So yeah, Star Wars. I've got the Empire Strikes Back, so I bought the Return of the Jedi one today. Oh wow!
Oh, nice. Colors and shapes, so cool.
Yeah, that's the cassette version.
The ones I bought a few today, they are the record ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
What did then?
So on this, on this part of this big find, it was the majority were vinyls, but there's a lot of tapes coming as well.
Yeah, I prefer the vinyls.
Yeah, this is on. That's the first part. I'm just in negotiation on the second part of the deal, which is going to bring in a whole array of absolutely everything, and it's.
Nice.
I think that the find altogether is going to total to well over like 200 cassettes and vinyls altogether.
Wow.
So there's going to be what we're going to do first is me and Richard on the group on the 1st of May. We're going to hold a big read along sale. This is not part of the find. This find will be displayed on the group in June. That's when I can get it all together, photograph it, document it, and then I release it, and then we start selling it. And I obviously keep a few for myself as well. So
yeah.
Are any of them picture discs? Any of the records, the LPs, picture discs?
On the first lot, no. The second lot, possibly. I'm just waiting for and we're just waiting for him to give a list back, and then we go from there, see what, and then we start talking, start negotiating. So we
I got a couple of them that are really cool. I got one of them is C-3PO and R2 on a blue background, so the actual record is blue, and then C-3PO and R2 are standing on it on both sides, and then I've got one that's Darth Vader's, like his face is painted onto the black disc,
right.
On
you see,
sides.
The problem with the ones I tend to buy, they're all new and sealed, so I don't tend to go for the open one. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's
here's the interesting thing: these are still sealed. But what it is when they made the box, they made a round cutout on the cardboard. So even though they're sealed, you can still see the image from both sides that's on the record.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat. It's a neat record sleeve the way they created it.
There's also as well. I've got really intimate read-alongs now. It's quite interesting to find out exactly what was made, what films, what cartoons, and it's like they covered virtually every single film from the 80s. Like the ones I've come across so far is like Roger Rabbit, E.T.
There's even some that are from the Ewoks cartoon, like that old Ewoks cartoon.
Have you got Back to the Future?
No, you know what?
I had that on cassette. And I loved it. I would love one of those again.
There's even like more obscure ones like Popeye and Rainbow Bright.
All right. Wow.
That's a nice one, John. Yeah.
The universe. Nice one.
Yeah.
I know that Matt's going to want this one.
There you go, John.
There you go. You top,
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Skeletal one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Planet of the Apes. This one's really good. This one's cool. Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. Wow.
Now that is really hard to get.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look out the back. Look at this. Go ape. Oh, where's the one? I got one here that I know Matt would love. Here it is.
I want it.
I do. Yeah, definitely.
You might be able to get one in 2 weeks.
There you go.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Tatooine. That's where it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it. I've got it. I go and have a look at it. I peruse it. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. And
yeah, should be.
We were showing before, but we'll show it again. Your stance. We're talking about the 12 shelf kit. We were talking about it the other week, weren't we?
Yeah. Because I was saying I made some myself, and then these guys were like, "Oh, you can buy the kits,"
Yeah, that was actually Richard Temple's idea. He's like my business partner on Action Pass.
I know Richard.
And he'd been using them for absolutely years and years. And I said, well, why don't we just like get them made and mass produced and start selling them? And then we've done it, and they just become like a huge hit. So much so people have just copied us on eBay, and you've got loads of sellers now doing it. So, but they're really, really handy. So,
that's the same thing I was saying. I made mine probably 10 or 12 years ago, and I never thought of actually selling them until these guys said something, and I was like, really? Oh wow, that's a good idea.
Because the thing is, like the Tulsa, I mean, the great units, but they're not, good for space, aren't they? Unless you've got really large figures or something.
Yeah. You
just got to be careful on the weight, because they can only take up to about 2.5 kilograms, and then it starts bending after that.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. My first shelves were 1/8. My first shelves I did 1/8 thick acrylic, and then they bowed after a while. Now I went up to 1/4 inch acrylic. Yeah. So I'm like, now I'm okay.
What you could do then is you could pull it out, turn it upside down like a mattress, and it'll just bend.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's we do deals for customers as well, so we're quite flexible, just trying to help collectors out as well, so we're not completely cutthroat.
Yeah.
Like some people we won't mention.
Anyway.
I did get a Greedo today, didn't I?
Oh, you did, yeah.
I got my Greedo today.
You did. Okay, cool. I was actually.
Oh, look, there's my Greedo.
Oh, you
right.
hadn't posted it yet.
I was actually going to bid on a lot later today that had a Greedo, and I was like, well, maybe I can work with Mark there and get him his Greedo.
Well, there you go. He's got
I've
one.
got a Stag. I've ordered Snaggletooth as well, so I've got the first 21 now.
Nice,
so
nice.
I just need the blasters for the Greedo and the Snag. That's both DL44s out there. The Rebel blasters, both of them.
Yeah, solo blasters, aren't they?
Yeah. I need a couple of those as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they were both.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Snaggletooth the Stormtrooper blaster?
No.
I saw somebody with the one with the Stormtrooper blaster, but
no. I'm looking at a Snaggletooth up there.
It's only a little bigger, isn't it? I'm sure it's the Rebel blaster. Hang on.
It's the Han Solo.
Or wait, no, it was one of those. I know what it was. It was the blue Snaggletooth in the Sears giveaway thing had the Stormtrooper blaster, and then the red Snaggletooth when he came out single carded had the DL44. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But the blue Snaggletooth had a Stormtrooper gun.
Did it?
I thought it had a Han Solo blaster.
I did.
Yeah, positive. Yeah.
Mine's had it in his hand since the day I got it. So.
Oh, you might have the wrong weapon in its hand.
Oh,
there you go. That's how he came.
Oh,
I'm telling you, some of these. I'm telling you, some of these guys. I'm telling you that some of these guys came with two different weapons, and the books don't get it right. Like the Snowtrooper. The Snowtrooper came with a Stormtrooper gun or the long rifle.
No.
And you can just go on eBay and look for carded Snowtroopers, and you will eventually find one with a Stormtrooper blaster in the package.
Yeah,
and it came with either or. So there's a lot of them that are like that, but the books only put one weapon down. They don't say either or. You know?
A lot of the Tri-Logo figures had the wrong weapon stuck in.
They just threw everything in.
Yeah,
some of them didn't even have a weapon. Some of the Tri-Logos didn't even have a weapon.
Well, Yak Face as well. He was another one. He had a staff and he was without a staff. So
The European one didn't have a staff.
Yeah.
And then we can get on to like the Luke Stormtrooper, which is always a hot topic.
Yes.
Did he come with a black blaster or the blue black blaster? And people just tearing their hair out over it. So
yeah. I have a black blaster, I think.
I've been saying that from what everyone says. Kenner said it was intended to be black, even though in England in the Tri-Logo ones they always came in blue black.
Yeah.
I thought all the later series were like black. I know there was like the light blue, and then it went blue black, and then I thought like the last 17, like that Power of the Force / Tri-Logo era, it was all just black. Is what I thought, but I don't know.
No.
Yeah, so you might have to buy yourself another gun, John, for your blue Snag.
Oh no, I could just swap it with somebody. I got.
Yeah.
John, whereabouts are you? Are you in America?
Yeah. I'm in Florida.
Oh, Florida. What's it like at the moment?
Well, right now it's cloudy and rainy. We have a storm going on.
Yeah, we got it coming tonight, haven't we? And tomorrow morning, the rain. Yeah.
This morning it was bright and sunny. Around noon, I walked over to the barbecue and cooked up a couple cheeseburgers on the grill.
Are you allowed out your house?
Well, I live in a condo complex, and it's gated community with guards, so there's nobody from the public that can get in here. And the grill is right across the pond. I have a pond and little river system in the backyard, and there was the patio over there that normally, when there's a lot of people, they'll have like groups and parties there and stuff. But now there's nobody there, and I just got to go over and turn the gas on and make sure it's all set up. But I've been using it to grill steaks and grilled chicken sometimes, and you can do. I just did cheeseburgers today, so.
You didn't give nothing to the alligator today, then, John?
No. We saw one the other day that was like 2.5, 3 footer.
Yeah.
He was just a little guy. He was all hanging out, doing his own business.
He had a little dog in his mouth or something.
Oh, I wish. My dad commented the other day that there's a little dog downstairs that barks, and he's like, that thing needs to go.
Oh dear.
Crocodiles walking past the property.
Little alligators, not really the crocodile stuff. No, little alligator.
Same thing.
They got teeth.
Yeah, but they're not like aggressive. Like a crocodile's aggressive, they will, but alligators are more scared of you than. Yeah. And they're all little.
Yeah.
Once they get big, they leave. They don't.
Because the only time I get to see him is on a Lacoste T-shirt, and that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you sell quite a lot of different stuff, don't you?
Oh,
I've just been looking through some of your items, and they're just amazing. Some of them.
I was liking the puppy stickers. Those are cool. I haven't seen those in years.
The pencil toppers. I remember having those at school. I love those.
Yeah, that was part of another huge find last year. That was sort of middle of last year. We found, I think it was 1,920 pencil toppers in total.
Wow. Were those sealed boxes in there?
It was a mixture. So we've still got some of them now. We've got I think it's 2 or 3 sealed shipping containers, and then we had about 3 or 4 open shipping containers, and they had 6 boxes of 48 pencil toppers in each. So,
and they're all from the 80s, that era.
Yeah. So and they sell really well, but it's sort of because they regurgitate. I can't even say this. It just regurgitate people's memories. So we tend to find that the pencil toppers, toothbrushes, and read-alongs is that's what everyone used as a kid, and that's what sell the most. So but the pencil toppers, they're just like quirky, quite funny, and they're all hand painted as well.
Wow, nice. Do you have an extra Luke Stormtrooper helmet? I saw you put it on the Jawa. If that's not needed, I need one.
Some of these boats are really, really old. Really old.
Yeah, I'm just skipping through them.
Yeah. There's that was we do like occasional weapon sales. So I think there was a Yoda dressed up as like all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah, I bet
we actually, when we first started up, it was me and Richard, and everyone was selling the usual stuff, figures, vehicles, whatnot. So we just took a punt on buying all this just random stuff. It was more like pencils, rubbers, erasers, bookmarks, and then books. And we thought we'll just spend about £500 getting it over, and we'll see if it sold. And all of it sold out. And since then, it just spiraled through that. So we kind of Richard, we went our separate ways in December. So it's just me now running Toys of Tatooine. But over the past 4 years, it was absolutely fantastic, finding all this stuff together. And it just snowballed from, we don't even bother selling figures now or even mocks. We just concentrate on but the more bizarre, the more ridiculous, the more interest I'm in it. What's happened since then is like we've developed and helped people on their collections and stuff. We've offered a lot cheaper alternatives as well, because I'm sure you're aware, since like The Force Awakens came out, prices shot up across the board. They've like sort of come down now, which is good, but the sort of stuff we were selling was all sort of like the sort of low range of like £5 to £15, and people were just loving it, because it was just, especially focus collectors as well. Yeah, it was quite funny actually when I started selling this stuff, what was produced and what characters that Kenner thought were going to be very popular. So, but now people's focuses have developed into certain figures like 2-1B, Tauntauns, all that stuff, and Jawas especially. Like Jawas weren't a selling point back in the 80s or 90s, but now they're massive now. And a lot of people want our most common requests are people want Jawa related stuff, but there's not really that much out there.
Yeah.
So it's quite fun trying to find the next thing with a certain character on as well. So it's quite interesting because like I know my first year, but you're always learning all the time, and like I still find stuff now which I didn't find, like I didn't even knew existed. And then there's bootlegs, and then there's bootlegs of bootlegs. So there's all sorts. It's quite interesting. So eBay's.
Do you have a focus character? Like, is Low Gray your focus character?
No. People just know me as Low Gray Potter because this was the reason why is I had a huge find of low gray mocks. It was between 400 to 450.
Wow.
And this was back in like about 2013, 2014, around that time. So, but I didn't know because at the time when I came across them, I wasn't like an established trader. I was just a collector. I was just like buying and selling just to help myself along. And I just found these by chance. And I bought 10, sold them, bought another 10, sold them, bought 20, then bought 50. And then I said, well, let's talk some figures because he was quite coy on what he wanted to do.
That's not going.
Huh.
So it's, there was a guy in Nottingham, and he used to own a load of shops in airports, and he had about 400 mocks of low grade. He did have Leia Bespin ones, but he said he said he sold those really quickly. So I presume he sold them that really cheap. So it was ever since then. That's where the names come from. I've still got loads left. So
you still got a low grade? I don't have a low grade.
yeah. I've got probably down to about 40 now. 40 mocks left.
Wow.
So it's just like again, it was fun finding it, but like I said, I didn't know exactly how big a find it was.
Yeah,
it's only now I understand. It's like wow, because what's more pleasing nowadays is the fact that these finds are harder and harder to get. So when I do come across something, I think it's important to document it and get out there. And really interesting. It's just harder and harder.
Well, what's the really strange thing is that he claims to have had a shop, but he only had 2 figures in that quantity. Like, why would you only have? Why would you have cases of multiple different figures? You know,
because he wasn't a Star Wars man, and he wasn't a toy shop of sorts. He had all his shops were in airports, so predominantly he had models of aircrafts. That was his passion. And then he was speaking to a Palitoy rep, and it was just on the off chance that he was offered like a cockload of just low grays for next to nothing back in the sort of late 80s, and he just took them. And then by that time he closed all his shops down.
I don't have that Chewbacca thing. I got to get one of those. Actually, my focus is Yoda. So if you had a Yoda one, that'd be mine.
No Yoda candles. We got some other Yoda stuff, but not in the candles, unfortunately. It was brought out on nightlights on bookmarks.
I got a Yoda nightlight. Yeah, I picked one up at Celebration really last time. Yeah.
He's on various sticker packs as well, and you can get him a candy head as well.
I think I don't know if I have the candy head though. No, but I got the ceramic. It's like a Yoda ceramic thing, and you can lift off the top, and it was from the 80s or whatever. So, I saw there was some guy at the last Celebration. He had maybe like 20 of the ceramics, and he had good 40 or 50 of the night lights, and all this other stuff from the 80s. And I was like, holy crap, So I piled a bunch of Yoda things together, and then at the end of the day, came back and we could actually spend some time talking, and we made a deal for it all. So it's pretty cool.
So is the records have been talking about I've just bought that.
All right.
And the Raiders of the Lost Ark one. Oh, look at that.
Nice. Yeah, look at that.
I like the droids one, and oh, look at that.
That one I don't have. I don't have that one.
It's a Sigma.
Oh.
I love the Sigma.
Sigma Monk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have the Raiders of the Lost Ark one, so that's why I've got it again. So I've got the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi now, and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
But I can't open it because it's sealed.
We've got
I
the
like the droids one. Yeah.
yeah, we've got the Star Wars ones coming in June.
Now, how many did they do? Because it's like I've got the Star Wars Empire Jedi, I got the droids one, the Battle of the Planet of Hoojim.
Yeah, there's Ewoks join the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. I don't have that one.
And then there's the ABC, which is this one.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the colour and shapes, and then there's an ABC one.
Okay.
And then there's hang on, let's have a look. There's a different Ewok one as well.
Well, this one book here is with
the Carriage. Oh, Battle Endor one.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. I've seen that one before.
Nice.
See, this little one I got was Wicket Goes Fishing, but it's more of a storybook. It doesn't really have the.
Nah.
It's more of a storybook, you know.
Funnily enough, there's actually quite a lot of Ewok books.
Yeah.
Around, which I didn't realize up until last year. I've got a few of them. There's also as well. I'm not sure if you're into it, but you know the Droids cartoon.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole catalogue of books relating to the TV program. Like some of them are really, really difficult to get. Like the White Witch, that goes for about £30-40.
Oh yeah,
the book.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, it's quite like I was saying. There's also a lot of mini books as well regarding the Ewoks. You might have seen them. I think what is it? Let's have a look.
Oh yeah.
Adventure. So there's tons of them, little
like
ones
that size, like that. Yeah. Yeah, those two Droids and Ewoks cartoon, they have a special place in my heart. I like them because
Wicket catch any fish.
No,
because I got the
rubbish you catching fish.
You got to buy the book and find out.
You should know that.
I'm looking. I'm actually going to look here while we're talking.
You're in the end.
But yeah, I'll skip right to the end.
Says he's not going.
I'm going to do a video on these. I've got all the.
Trust me, it's beautiful.
I've got a lot of the
sellotape dispenser.
Yeah, we
they're
laid out on the plate.
They're absolutely brilliant, those tape dispensers.
Oh.
I don't think I've never had one in ever, but I want one for myself first before I.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard to get the musical teapot as well.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. Yeah.
Or the snow speeder toothbrush holder. That's a good one as well, isn't it?
Yeah. They more commonly pop up in America than anywhere else. So that's
I started collecting and I thought, well, there's no point because trying to ship them over is going to cost, and they're going to break. So yeah, I stopped and sold them and bought something different.
I want one of the ceramic soap holders. Like there was the land speeder soap holder, and there was something else with a stormtrooper on it. But I even have difficulty over here finding those kind of things. Because I like the ceramics. For some reason, the ceramics look, because they're all weird looking. They're not like done correctly. You know, they're just. It looks like something your little brother did in elementary school. But yes, you could be like, well, it does look like C-3PO, I guess. What I was gonna say, Ben, I got all the animation cells. I met one of the guys that actually drew the cartoon for Droids and Ewoks,
right?
And he gave me a bunch of the actual cells that were used in the filming of those cartoons. I'm gonna do a video at some point on the process, because I've got stuff that goes through the whole process from the drawing to the coloring to the at each stage, and then even the folders that they use to pass them from department to department, and how each person signed off when they did their job. You can like see it all. So, Mark was saying you should do a whole video on that process and just go through it all. So I will at some point during this quarantine. Now that I've got a lot of time, I will do that at some point.
Yeah, the film sales are really, really popular among collectors. As soon as we get them, they sell out, especially at events as well.
Yeah.
So keep hold of them.
Got a whole file box full. There's hundreds.
Really?
Probably a good 500 or 600 of them. Yeah.
DTM Collect says, do we get any Pez dispensers? And he hopes we're all staying safe. Well, we're trying. I have got an Emperor Pez in my cabinet, and somebody sent me some the other day, didn't they, John?
I did send you one, didn't I? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, still in the pocket. I'm checking it out.
I've got.
I wouldn't be able to resist. I'd eat all that Pez.
So, anybody else got any Pez?
I've got a Boba Fett one somewhere, and that's it.
Right, nice. Oh,
yeah, better, isn't it? So it's cool.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I have a Yoda one, and then I also have a Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
The Stormtrooper actually might be considered vintage. It was from the early '90s, so now it could. It's on that edge, Is early '90s considered vintage?
88 is a cut-off point.
88. Oh.
Yes.
88 is a cut-off point, I'm afraid.
So what do you call stuff from the 90s now that stuff's like 30, 35 years old?
Yeah.
So it goes antique. So it goes antique, classic, vintage, and then rubbish. All right, I got it.
No, I quite like modern. I've actually got quite a few modern bits in my collection. So it's just there's always quite a fine line, is it? Like, when should it be classed as vintage? But it's just the way us collectors are, isn't it? It's just vintage.
Well, I don't consider '90s modern anymore because it's got to be 2000 or newer. It's got to be 2000 or newer to be. I mean, really, we should be considering 2010 and newer to be vintage because now 2010 is 10 years ago.
Yeah, and what's happening now is like '90s stuff is becoming a hell of a lot more popular. Because obviously, people growing up through that age, sort of late '80s, playing with the toys in the '90s, they're now of a decent age to collect. Like, give you an example, like, got these the other week.
That's right, Killer Tomatoes. Wow.
Yeah. Which are like really popular, and also as well, this one's if you're a Star Wars collector, you might know about this, but.
Oh yeah!
The Friar Tuck, which is the same mold as the.
Matt did a video the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, Matt did one. Yeah.
I've got one. Yeah.
For sale.
It's the Gamorrean guard with a head.
Yeah. I've got a cane for it. It just I've got it in a job lot, so I couldn't believe it. So I got this when I bought the Ewok playset, the Sherwood Forest one. So which I think's better than the first one. So it's got the leaves on it, the branches. Yeah.
Put them side by side and have one giant thing for your Ewoks.
Anyway,
guys, I'm gonna have to go because I'm gonna get some tea. But it's been great chatting to you.
Brilliant, thank you.
Okay. Thanks for letting me on, and I'll I'll be posting up details of the sale on the group soon. So have a good night. All right.
All right.
Hey, if I contact you later, can I talk to you about one of those low grades, maybe? I don't know what it'll cost to get it sent over to me, but seriously, I don't want one.
No, will be too much. Don't you worry. Right, guys.
See you later.
Thank you. Appreciate it. See you later.
Bye, Ben.
That was nice.
Yeah,
blacked out. I'm the same way. I actually wouldn't mind getting a lot of those Robin Hood figures. That when they're on the packaging, I think they look really nice.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
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 I was wondering if he was going to sell that because I'm going to look on his eBay. Yeah. I think I saw one.
Where are those read along books available? On YouTube, on Facebook, on eBay, or
on
his website.
Yeah,
but he said a lot of them are going to go up in June because he wants to catalog everything.
Yeah, just have a look at them. I've never really. They're on his Facebook page, or has he got a proper website?
Facebook.
All right. So you bought a couple, then, have you? Yeah, I like the.
It's funny. I just started this morning, and I thought,
how much are they? How much are they? Well, you got a deal.
I forgot how much I paid actually.
10, 20?
I think the Jedi one was 10, and the Raiders of the Lost Ark was 15. But for sale, I mean, I've been looking at that Jedi for a while. There's one on eBay, and
I like the.
You want £10 for it and it's used. So this.
I like the droids one and the one with Chewie on the front. I like them too. So I might be tempted. Yeah.
Well, I was showing Mark.
That's the pop-up one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen these? I was showing Mark these.
That's a pop-up book. Yeah, that's brilliant. That book. Yeah.
And I have one for Jedi also.
Yeah.
And then I got this weird one with Chewie's family.
Holiday special pop-up.
Yeah, I've just done
the Wookiee storybook, and it's like
yeah.
So they were in more than just the holiday special. They were a real family. They deserve action. They deserve action figures.
Well, they did. They did some prototypes of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Put some bulbs on.
And then I was talking with Mark about this thing, the blueprints.
Oh yes, yeah.
And if you put all the Falcon ones together, it ends up taking up your whole room. It's like huge.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You might, I think you might be doing some dealings with Ben. I think, John. I think.
Well, that's what got on first. You know, he's helping. Like he says, he wants to help collectors. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
I was going to talk to him about his Death Star. It's gone.
All right.
Oh, he's gone. But never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
I'll bring it up anyway.
Yeah.
He's got the parts, so I might do a deal. There's a certain part. You know the part we're talking about? That one?
Yeah.
Well, that's the one with the black tape on it. So
right.
I was going to ask you if that was in one piece.
You're better off buying it, aren't you? Yeah.
So
So
is it the same thickness? Because it's the other one was chipboard, isn't it?
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, you probably be
thinking about that. I mean, that's not really important, is it?
No. It's only the trash compactor bit. It's not a main structural bit.
It's the same size, and that obviously.
Yeah.
Now, is he selling them all as individual pieces? He's piecing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd take the risk. Yeah.
And like he says,
it's quite cheap, isn't it?
Yeah. Floor section. £15 for £15. I might. I was going to message. I'm going to tell him, but I'll message him and ask him. Because for £15, that is just. It's not worth me taking the tape off and doing something, because I don't know if I could support it. It's like it's in two pieces. That looks like it's one piece. So if
yours ends up being two
with some pieces. Right. That's what I have to do with some pieces. Just replace them. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I would say, like, as long as you got if the four main walls, it's and the base is all the chipboard, and if you have to replace it with some of the cardboard parts for the things that are connecting in between, it's probably not too bad.
It's actually I've built it. You see, it's just.
You can't show us it then. That trash compactor bit. You can pull it out. No.
I can get it. I can get it for you.
Yeah.
I'll
show us. Just shows how bad the tape is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. It's, like I say, it's quite big. I don't really want to move it that much, but.
Oh, here we go.
You can see there's a lot of tape there. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put it up there. It's
well,
Oh,
it still looks really
good.
nice. So.
oh,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the. I can see that. The staining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little warped and stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's just the paper. The paper will just
Yeah.
go back down, won't it? But
Yeah. Yeah, you got yourself a bargain there, didn't you? Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah, I'm chuffed, to
Yeah.
be honest with you. But it's just that bit there. If I can take it out, yeah, I'll take it out. You can see
take it out. Have a look.
they've got the black tape. And that's.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can get that piece for £15 to replace that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
And it's a bigger piece than I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, the picture's deceiving. Yeah.
It's absolutely massive. But like I said, I take that tape off. That might damage the paper underneath.
Well, it probably will. That's that real sticky tape. It's not really that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that can be saved. That really. So. Yeah. Oh.
But,
oh, someone's ringing you.
So I have no idea. Where is my phone?
see.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sorry, guys. I didn't know it was.
Oh, don't worry about it.
All right, don't worry.
The centre bit as well has been taped. You can see that. That's quite damaged. So I could do a replacing that bit as well. But like I say, I'm just going to go through it, see what I can do with it. But all in all, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
For a 40-year-old cardboard playset. You can't go wrong, can you?
No.
40-year-old cardboard.
Yeah.
Well, that's cardboard from 40 years ago.
Well, I'm going to have to go now, guys. So I've done an hour out. Mrs. will be jumping on me thing. So
yeah,
all right.
Trouble.
Yeah, hopefully I'll speak to you tomorrow or weekend.
See you tomorrow.
See you later.
Bye. See you later, Matt. Good to talk to you.
So yeah, it's just us two, just the two of us. We can make it on our own. Yeah. So that.
Are you going for anything else right now, Mark?
I've just bought those today.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done really because I need to sort this Death Star out.
You got the Death Star you're sorting out, and then you got today. You said you bought the records and the Greedo and the
list.
Greedo and Snaggle
list. Number 1, Greedo, which I can tick off now. The Death Star parts, obviously number 2. Hurricane spare tire, I need.
What is it? What is it?
The Hurricane, Mask Hurricane.
That's yes. Tire. The tire, yeah. I still haven't seen one. I don't even see it. Just the tire on eBay on my side.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of them, Darth Vader's Star Destroyer. I'd like a vintage collection skiff to put my Jabba's goons on, just to display, because I know that's going really cheap at the moment. I think it's $33 on Entertainment Earth.
Yeah. I saw the prices were coming down on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I could do with getting one of those. I'm keeping my eye open on Amazon, places like that. Obviously, beta figures for the Death Star playset. Need some beta figures for there. Some Stormtroopers, Death Squad commanders. A beta Boba Fett, just a knackered one, just to experiment on. The number 8 is Soundwave.
Yeah.
I'll take this off. Obviously, I want a Soundwave.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Lego.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Just Lego, just some Lego to
Anything?
keep me busy.
Just something
I need a big set of Lego just to keep me busy.
Something that strikes your fancy. You'll just see whatever
Yeah.
comes up.
Something like, I mean, I can't afford to buy that Star Destroyer, but something like, something really big that'll take me a while to do.
Yeah, I got to get into my. That's a project for. I hopefully within the next 2 or 3 days, I got to get in that Lego room and clean it all up, and then see what I got room for, because I've got. I mean, there's 10 or 12 sets sitting over here. There's an X-wing. I got an X-wing. I got the ATST. I got a Mandalorian set. I got a set from Solo. There's a bunch of sets over here. There's the rest of the Hogwarts Castle for Harry Potter. I've got 3 or 4 sets for that. So I mean, there's a lot here that I could build and add into that Lego room. But right now, there's just piles of Lego sitting on the table. So it's like I got to clean all those Lego off.
If I was only closer to you, I'd come and help.
Figure out how much space I got to use, and then which sets I can build and put in that space,
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Number 10 is a Batmobile. I want a Corgi Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
Preferably
with the trailer, or just by itself?
Yeah, I love that Batboat.
Yeah.
I like the Batmobile on the Batboat.
Isn't that pretty expensive, though, with the boat?
Depends. You can get them cheap if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You can get them pretty cheap. So we've got the couple of those on watch. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for them. I say it's number 10 on my list. It's not something that I really, really want.
Yeah.
Number 1's gone. So Greedo, I've got that today. So.
And you said you got Snaggletooth too, right?
Yeah. So I just need the weapons, the 2 blasters for them, and then I've got the 21 complete. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to be switching a couple weapons around here, I guess. I didn't realize I had the wrong weapon on that guy.
Yeah. Is there anything you're after?
Oh, well, I'm keeping my eye out for some more vintage carded figures. So just that, and then I'm actually thinking, so in the Power of the Force 90s, so in the 90s when they brought back that Power of the Force, they made an Endor bunker playset with the Endor bunker.
Yeah.
And I'm actually thinking of getting that bunker and then putting it with my Kenner figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put the vintage figures around the bunker, because those play sets aren't that bad. You know what I mean? It's like, because it was just the figures of that era that were all muscular and crazy looking, and I didn't care for them. But I'm looking at some of the play sets, going, wow, that's not that bad. And if I put my vintage figures in the play set, it makes it. It's a play set we never got as a vintage,
Well, it is, isn't it? It's one of them that I never made. It's like
we never got a bunker for that battle. So it's kind of neat. I was thinking, like, maybe I could track one of those down. And then the vintage Hoth. I want the vintage Hoth Probot and turret gun.
All right, yeah, I like that.
I'd like to get one of those and put it in my Hoth display.
That'd be nice.
Because I always liked that turret gun. That big gun was kind of always looked kind of cool. And yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple of pages. I know we've been talking about Facebook and the groups on there. There's a few nice ones. Gaspon does a nice one. But there's Oodles Marketplace.
Yeah, you were talking about that. What is the Oodles?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I can't find it actually on Facebook. I've been trying to find it, but I'm going to give it a shot. I've got it here, but I'm trying to get it up on the screen.
Yeah.
It's a couple. It's a Oodles Marketplace and Oodles Armory. I found an armory. Yeah, I've got them. Right. So the armory obviously do the I can't get on it because I'm not logged in. Do the weapons and the Oodles Marketplace. I can't get on that because I'm not logged in. I'll put it up anyway, so you know the name. So that's Oodles Marketplace. It's a private group. You got to join it. Obviously, it's got 809 members. And there's Oodles Armory, which sell just the vintage weapons.
Okay.
So, yeah. I said I'd mention them.
How are the prices? I mean, do they sell Leia's gun for $100? Or I mean, are they just as ridiculous as anywhere else?
You can get a good deal.
Is it? Yeah.
Everybody's in these groups and they're all like friendly and.
Yeah, they're not looking to scalp anybody.
One thing, it's not going to be repro until you know you're not going to get ripped off. It's like Echo Base. I go on there. I don't like Facebook. That's the only reason. If I'd ever go on Facebook, is to go in these groups to buy things.
See, I want to join these groups also, but I don't use Facebook. I don't. Yeah, and I'm not going on there to do it. Yeah. No. And I wish there was another way to form these kind of groups that didn't require you to be on Facebook.
Well, we mentioned the Star Wars forum website last night, which was I see if I can get those up because that is really good, and I suggest people try and get on that. Star Wars collectors. Star Wars collectors archive. No, that's not it, is it? Is it? That's not it, is it? That's not it. Forum. It's the Star Wars forum, isn't it? Bear with me again. Should have all this up, but Star Wars forum UK.
Yeah, forgive me there a second.
Yeah, it's no problem. I'm just getting.
I got. I'm talking. There's a guy talking to me. I got a deal going.
All right.
I got Beastman and Merman both complete. Looks like they're coming to my house. So.
I hope you got a good deal on that.
Yeah.
So you go. This is the Vintage Star Wars Collector Forum. And this is just a website. This predates Facebook, believe it or not. This has been going years.
Yeah.
But it's all vintage. Collecting chat, showcase, you can show what you've got. Valuation requests, reference library, events, Toy of the Week, and a polling forum. But then you've got the sales forums, Star Wars item for sale, eBay listing, swap shop, most wanted, general sales, sales advice, feedback, sellers to avoid. So it's really interesting. And then these other forums: Star Wars films, modern collecting, props and autographs, retro gaming, off topic, and links to other websites. So I've been on there about 5 years, I think. I'm actually logged in there.
Check that out. Yeah.
Leeds.
I'll check that out.
Yeah. I think if you're a collector, you need to get on this. We'll go on to Star Wars items for sale.
Look for the Hoth Probot playset. See if they got one.
You can search. Hoth. Oh, not robot, Probot. 90 euros. The Paliboys for one. $60 sold.
Yeah, they seem to be going on eBay for around $60. And then there's one in the box for like $119.
Please check my R-list link. Don't know what that is. So yeah, it's just an alternative from the Facebook groups, really.
Yeah,
it's good. You can have a chat, collecting chat. I can show you.
I think it'd be funny if you go into the sellers to avoid, you find yourself in there. What? How did I get in there? Why?
That's one of mine. But beware of Luke Skinner. That's the guy that tried to sell me a job lot of figures for £120. And he had like EV99 and things like that in there. I thought, yeah, I'll have that. But I tried to, I said, oh, I only pay on PayPal. Oh, no, I've got to do bank transfer. So
No, never do that, yeah.
Yeah, once they do back, because then when I said, yeah, I'd have them, then he started sending me all these other pictures. He sent all these other pictures of loads of a job lot of toys. He-Man. Then he said, "Oh, I've got my collection as well for sale. So all his Star Wars collection, but obviously not his pictures." So
I had to back out of one. I had to back out of one deal on eBay because when it got down to paying for it, he was like, "Well, I only accept if you call me up and let me do like a credit card transfer over the phone." And I'm like, "No way, buddy. I don't know you, and I'm not giving you my credit numbers. No way." You know. So I had to complain to eBay and say I'm canceling this order and I'm not dealing with that person because they want your credit information over the phone.
Oh yeah,
you know?
no.
I'm like I think that's even. I was like, I even think that's like against eBay policy. So
yeah,
I don't know what they ended up just siding with me, and they were like, yeah, no worries, you don't have to do anything.
Well, I put a post up on Gumtree saying that I'm looking for job lots and things like that for answers from the auction, for the auction place that I work for. So I'm obviously getting the scammers coming through saying I've got this, and it's obviously scammers.
Yeah.
Send me some money and I'll send you them. Yeah, right, whatever. So yeah, you just got to be careful. Blacked Out Ewok says he quite likes the Facebook groups, but only ever bought off one once. What was that? What was the thing you bought? Was it a figure? Because I bought the Snaggletooth yesterday for £9, and the Greedo I got in the bundle with the 2 records today. The Toys of Tatooine. It's the scarred out COO Greedo. So yeah,
I never ever in my entire life paid attention to the CO until you guys brought it up. Like the last couple months is the only time I've ever, even seen anybody care about it. Like it's funny because the guys in Seattle have this massive club with hundreds of people, and they're massive collectors, and not a single one of them was concerned about the COs and all these other markings, and they didn't go through and catalog all the different ones. And it's like I moved down to Florida to meet you guys, and now it's like I know all about this stuff, and I'm like, why do these guys who've been collecting for 50 odd years, and they're probably some of the biggest collectors in the world out there in Seattle, like some of these guys are known all over the world. These guys are in like the Plastic Galaxy documentary, and they're known all over the world, and they don't care about it. And I'm like, so it's like, I'm like, why is there suddenly this care about it? Like so at least that's how it feels to me. Like it feels like all of a sudden people care about the CO stuff. And
there you go.
And there's websites like this, that I never knew existed.
That's the one I'm getting, the Deep Scar. So it's a PBP, which is Spanish, the Spanish version. So there you go. It's scarred
Oh
out.
yeah. And then replaced over here. I got you. They scarred out. So they took the mold and they basically scraped off the original, and then next to it put their own mark.
Now that's the Paliboys version. It's had the CO removed.
Yep, they just
The mold.
and they did it cleaner. They did it cleaner.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go. There's just also pay attention to your COOs. I mean, this is a site I always use because you've got.
I guess what I'm getting at is why should you care? Is one CO worth more than another? Like why should you care what it is?
Not really. Not really. It's just different factories. Basically.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like when you're collecting coins, if you get one out of the Denver Mint as opposed to the Philadelphia Mint, sometimes the Denver Mint is worth a lot more than the Philadelphia Mint.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that the same with these? Like, are you going to find a Greedo that's worth a lot more because it's a different CO than the other ones? You know.
There you go. Different COs, different factories. That's all it really means.
But there's none of them that are worth more than the others, is there?
I mean,
that's what I'm trying to say.
You can say that the Greedo one, PBP is a different factory, different license. So if you're going for like a PBP license, you know which one to go for. If you get a Lily Ledy version, they sometimes go for a bit more. And that is down to the CO quite a lot of times. It just depends, really. I don't think it really means that much, to be honest with you. PBP scarred out, removed. Hong Kong CO. Yeah.
What did he say about the ones he was looking for? So he thinks some are worth more than others. Okay.
Yeah, you can't. It really depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be a thing. Yeah, graded 2 Lily Ledy, 9 and Chewy.
That's what he bought off Facebook.
Yep. Okay. Oh, that's what he got. Yep. I see it. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, I know with He-Man, there's some made in Taiwan, some Mexico, some U.S. So it's like people want to make sure the weapons match the figure. So if the figure says Taiwan, they want to get a Taiwan weapon to go with it. And so I know, like in He-Man, that's why it matters, because people want the weapons and the gear to match where the figure was made.
Like in Lily Ledy, because a lot of the things that changed in the Lily Ledy versions are totally different from the Kenner versions.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like the Taiwan Scout Trooper and the Lily Ledy Scout Trooper. It's all different factories that they were made in.
But some of them were actually physically different, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different.
Like that could be like the Jawa I have with the small eyes, right?
Let's go to the Jawa. Let's find that.
And he's a different color plastic.
It doesn't actually show you the picture on it, unfortunately, for the Lily Ledy Jawa. But it says almond-shaped eyes. So there you go. You mean you're different. They're all different.
Yeah.
Molds, different licenses, different factories. Neo CO version.
Yeah, they don't show the Lily Ledy version. Yeah.
No, unfortunately not. We didn't have one, unfortunately. Yeah, so
what's got me curious now is I want to do the Dengar and look at his CO and see if he's from a different country than the other ones I have, you know?
I would tend to think that in America you're going to have the box standard Kenner mostly. There you go.
Well, I mean the one that I have without the paint on the backpack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's just a factory error.
I just want to see if it's the same as any of the ones that are there, or if it's like a totally different one.
I think that's just a factory error.
Yeah, they just didn't paint it. Yeah, exactly. It's just a paint error, yeah.
Again, look for look at the CEO. I mean, that one got a red backpack.
Yeah, I know the red backpack is a known variation, yeah. And the darker light purple kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've got, oh yeah, and the band. One of them, they didn't paint the band. Do you see that?
So yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, see the band is white on that one where it's
on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So it's a minefield, really.
But I've got two without the paint. So, and that was one of Bellamo's, when Mark Bellamo was on talking to me about it, it was one of his requirements for having it be a true variation is to first have multiples. So I found a second one without the backpack painted. And then he said you have to find a carded version. And if you find a carded version, it locks it in. It really locks it in as a variation,
Black Tattoo says Jawas can have a limit. Yeah, it's almond eyes, the saying.
Yeah. Well, and I have one Jawa that has pinpricks. It's literally like just a tiny dot of yellow, and it's very noticeably different between all the other ones.
Yes, Adrian's saying the Lily Lady low grey is different colours. Yeah, I had the Lily Lady one.
Yeah, isn't that one like bright yellow or something instead of the regular?
Yeah. Just different.
To me, it looked fake. I saw one on eBay, and I'm like, "That's fake. That's not even real." But yeah,
just got a PvP Dengar. It looks pretty different to kind of. Yeah, well, put a video up. We'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm going to have to do a video of my Dengars to show the difference. And I got to clean him up. I got to take a toothbrush to his face because he looks really dirty, and I don't want anyone mistaking the dirt for something that's different.
Yeah, Dream with Little Lady are going to become more common in stateside because it's a bit closer.
Did those came from Mexico? Is that what it was?
Yeah. It's people have arguments over things like this.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
But it's good to talk about. It's just so interesting.
Because what gets me is like, when does something become a true variant, and when is something like a paint error? Because like the like you were talking about the Princess Leia's the other day, and you're like, some of them have the neck painted red, and some of them have the neck painted peach color.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's a paint variation. It's a paint error.
Oh, that's a different variant.
It's not a variation. It's a paint error. In some factory, they painted it red. In another factory, they didn't. They painted it.
Yeah. Well, that's
skin color.
That to me is a total variant. But you can get a red-haired Bespin layer, but that isn't a variant to me. That's just a different color. It's like the look.
So then why would the backpack with no paint?
Brown hair.
Why would the backpack on Dengar with no paint not be a variant? It's the same thing. They either painted it or they didn't. With Leia, they either painted her or they didn't. So
yeah, but that's like they changed it in the line because of the size of her neck.
Because it was because you're saying that was a directive. That was a directive from Kenner. Is what you're saying. I got you.
So that Dengar is just somebody forgetting to paint it, or the machine or whatever painted it at the time. So it's just a factory error. Probably just maybe a handful of those. It wasn't like just changed it halfway through.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
The look hair. They're classed as variants.
I know, yeah. Those
3 different variants.
And there's so many different ones now. There's more than 3 showing up now with that with the Luke.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah.
Especially the Bespin Luke. You can go from bright yellow to all the way up to dark brown on Bespin Luke, and any shade in between from bright yellow to dark brown. So there's probably like hundreds of variations of this Luke's hair color in Bespin Luke.
I had about 10 or 12 different Bespin Lukes, and they were all different.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the lightsaber is attached, or the lightsaber is just stuck to his leg. There's different variants, and that's why I did that video on Bespin Leia, because I thought it was just the Luke that had so many different variations.
No,
but
yeah.
Well, it's the head sculpts on Leia, they're just totally different.
Yeah. I didn't realize there was that many different capes either. I thought there was just 2, and you were like, what, 3 or 4 different capes?
Yeah. I'm also shocked when Leddy got their hands on them. I had to retool some, happened to the 3 PvP. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Well, it's fascinating because it's like these were figures that were made in the millions. I mean, I've seen numbers where it's like some figures had 12 or 13 million of each individual figure. So you got to think if you made 12 million Bespin Lukes and there's different people in different factories painting them.
Yeah.
You know, we ran out of brown. Oh no, what are we going to do? Well, use the yellow. Okay, we'll mix the yellow with a little bit of black to darken it up. You know, okay, yeah, we'll do that. You know, so I could see them, you know, having to do all kinds of weird things while they're doing it. You know,
the ginger-haired Luke is worth a fortune. Well, you should know. I'll tell you once you've got enough of them. You've got loads of them, haven't you? You like that fanboy, don't you? I think he's your favorite. Is he your favorite character? I know. Is it your focus?
I think the most Luke I have is probably Hoth is number 1 and Bespin's number 2. When I was going through the cases, I think there's probably 10 Hoth Lukes in that case, and then 8 or 9 Bespin Lukes in that case.
There you go. We were talking about that about an hour and a half ago. And I think he's been there going through all the tapes to try and find it.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you for that. Episode 25. At 3 hours 31 minutes. That's about halfway through the show, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we brought that up earlier. We were talking about it. So that's
I'm going to download that.
We'll have to link to it. We could link to it once this goes up, and you can edit the links. You can link to it in the description.
I'm going to write that now, actually. When's the new show out, by the way, Vintage Rebellion? I'm trying to find it now. Is that long since you did an episode? Oh, the 31st of March, your last episode. So, see all episodes. Episode 25, did you say?
Yeah, 25.
So he says he's going to turn it into a YouTube clip.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to listen to it. Yeah, I'll take you a while to do that, probably.
Because Vintage, I was telling the guy who had the question at the beginning of this live stream, a guy had a question about that. And I was telling him that I had a couple of stormtroopers that I had for 30, 35 years. And I ended up living with a guy in an apartment, and he smoked, but he went outside to smoke. So he never smoked in the apartment. But within a few weeks of just him coming inside and going outside, you know, and having the smoke on his clothing, the stormtrooper started turning yellow. Just from that, you know, and it's like, so for 35 years, he was perfectly white. And as soon as it comes in with someone with smoke on their clothing, they started tinting yellow. And even my new Force Awakens First Order Stormtrooper Black series started turning a little bit yellow from the smoke on this guy's clothing. So that's what I say is the biggest factor, is the quality of the air that you have these things in and around, you know. So it can instantly change them yellow if there's smoke in the air, any kind of impurities floating around.
Black Tie Ewoks are saying it's top 3 figures are Fanboy Luke, Princess Leia Buns, and Han Solo original. Yep, there you go.
I just got a second small head Han Solo. It's the only.
I've never had a small head.
I've only ever had the one small head, and all the others I have are large heads. But just this last group I just bought had a small head Han in it, so it's kind of neat to finally have a second one. Because I'm actually looking. I was looking through all my figures the other day, and of the basic set, not counting the last 17 or whatever you want to say, I'm almost towards having 10 complete sets. So I'm at 8 or 9. So I'm getting close to having 10. That's why I was like, no, I need the figure cases because I got all these figures in a cardboard box, So I need the cases. I want to put them all in the cases and have all the cases. So
yeah, they need protection. Yeah, there you go. Richard Bellin saying he's seen some clear part of the first 2 bubbles turn yellow within a few months, just from being ambient daylight, not even daylight.
Yep.
So that scares me because my ATAT is up there, and I don't. I check it every day just to make sure those legs aren't going yellow, because it's just the bottom part of the legs that go yellow. It's like the Millennium Falcon. There's only parts of it that go yellow due to the different plastics, and that's why I wanted to listen to this Vintage Rebellion episode about the plastics again.
And what's funny is if the entire vehicle or the entire figure changed at the same rate, you might not be as upset about it. But what happens oftentimes is the Stormtrooper body turns yellow, but the arms are pure white and the legs are pure white, and you're like, oh, that looks terrible. Or like you said with the AT-AT, the legs on the AT-AT change color, but the body doesn't. So you're like, so it clearly looks like 2 different things,
Yeah, I was lucky to find one that was totally, grey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not yellow. So I'm quite chuffed with it. I just check it every day. It's like the foam in my Dagobah playset. I check that every day just to make sure it's okay.
I would never. If I had foam.
I just don't want to keep it in the box. I don't want to keep it in the box. I want it on display. So I love that.
No, here's the thing. But what I'm saying is I would never touch it. If I had foam in a Dagobah playset and I knew the foam was good, I would never put my fingers on it. I would never touch it.
Oh no, I haven't touched it.
Because the foam could eventually disintegrate.
Well, I got that in the job lot that I had to value down at Hanson's, and the lady came down from Glasgow with the whole collection, and it was just amazing. She had loads of Canada stuff, and because her uncle lived in Canada and used to send her stuff all the time. And I was just looking at this playset and I'm thinking, look at the form on that. So when the auction came, I thought, I've got to bid on it. So I won it. And it's there in my case. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So Adrian is saying, do you consider the Trash Monster a figure?
Well, he doesn't move, does he? There's no movable part on him, right?
Is he an accessory then?
I guess I never thought about it before.
Really?
I mean, he just comes with the Death Star. He's just he's kind of like, I guess you could say, kind of like an accessory. He just comes with the Death Star. I never played with him I never played with him in any other scenario. He was just always sitting in the Death Star, so it's not like you took him out and had him fly a ship once in a while and, partner up with Chewbacca and Cobra Commander and go on a mission together. We didn't. He just sat in the trash compactor. He didn't do anything, He was a monster to attack somebody if they fell in there, but that was it. Whereas other things they translated over, like the Rancor or Size Noodles and the Rebo Band. Like sometimes Droopy McCool would go on an action adventure with Duke and Destro, and they'd be like on some space mission inside the Awestriker doing all kinds of things, So those are proper action figures because you played with them that way,
Yeah. To me,
I think my brother and I had the criteria. They had to have arms and legs that move at least. Otherwise, they were a statue or just a little prop.
I think he's a creature. I class him as a creature. He's not a part of the 96. Put it that way.
Like you would with a Dewback or the Rancor. He's part of the creatures. Yeah.
There you go. There's all the creatures.
Yeah.
And then you've got the creatures.
I would say that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
But they put Size Noodles and the Rebo Band as creatures then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you got them separate. They weren't.
Those were action figures to my brother and I.
Yeah, but it came as a set, didn't it?
They're 3 and so what? I mean, later on you could buy Luke, Lando, and
Jabba
Yoda as a set.
Jabba's classed as a creature there. Now is he a play set? Or is he a figure?
Bigger.
Is he a play set? Because it was Jabba the Hutt's play set. So is he a figure or a play set?
It was a play set that came with Jabba the Hutt. The play set is the base he's sitting on. You know what I mean? Jabba the Hutt's the creature that came with the play set. Because you wouldn't consider the Wampa a play set. You know? He's a creature.
The Wampa's a creature. It's like a Tauntaun. Tauntaun's a creature.
Yeah, I think those are creatures. But I think Size Noodles and the Rebo Band are action figures. Because later on, you don't consider, when the 90s stuff came out and you got the modal nodes, you didn't consider them not action figures. The modal nodes is a band.
That doesn't count. It's not vintage. It doesn't count. I think it's because they didn't come carded. They came as a 3-pack in the set. So
but that shouldn't matter.
To be honest with you, if you are collecting vintage, you would collect them. You would have them in with your 96.
Yeah,
because they are, as you said, they are figures. But it's just that they didn't come carded. If you've got them loose, the figures. If you've got them boxed, it's a play. It's not. It's like a 3-pack into it.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is later in the line they did 3-packs of figures, and the boxes look very similar to the 3-pack of the band. So why is that 3-pack considered 3 figures and the band not considered 3 figures?
But does anybody remember level 3 of Dark Forces when we had to find an arms dealer hiding in this? God, that's going back a bit, isn't it?
Yes. And you couldn't get through that area. There were so many Dianogas in it.
Wow,
they kept popping up in your face. They kept popping up right here, and you're like,
Yeah, Blue Snag it's a variant. The Blue Snag's a variant.
But what he's saying is he's not actually a true figure because he didn't come carded according to your criteria.
It's not.
But then again, yes,
it's not part of 96. It's a variant.
Yeah,
you've got your 96. Even though like your 3PO, your Artos are totally different. Well, they're not totally different characters, but they've got different accessories. They're a part of the 96. They're not variants. It's a different figure. It's weird how it's done. It is.
Yeah,
I can see some people's point of view.
A lot of people don't consider the Blue Snag part of the 96, but I personally do.
No, it's a variant.
I personally do consider him part of the 90s. So 97, whatever you say.
97.
Yeah.
Well, 100 if you class the Rebo Band as well.
The what on? Oh, the band. Yeah. You're right.
100. Around 100, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the double telescoping. Are they variants? Are they? I don't know.
I say they're variants. They're variants. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, this has got a part for the variants.
See, I think to have a full set. I think to have a full set, you need one of each figure, and if there's a paint variant like Leia with the thing, you don't need that as part of your set. Or like Han Solo, where there's big head Han and little head Han. You don't need that as part of the set. But the Snaggletooth you do need as part of the set because they're completely different figures. You know what I mean? The head's the only thing that's the same, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
So therefore they're two separate. Just like R2 with a sensor scope is a completely different figure than R2 without the scope. and the one with the lightsaber is a completely different figure. And then same with 3PO. You got regular 3PO and 3PO that's take apart. So those are two completely different figures. They're not variants.
Yeah.
So same with Snaggletooth. In my mind, they're two completely different figures. So therefore, they're part of what you have to collect if you're going to be complete.
Like saying with the Leia, they changed it halfway through because there was something wrong with it. It's like the Jawa. They changed that.
Yeah, yeah. Through. Like in my mind, you don't need a plastic cape Jawa to have a complete set because that's a variation.
So the snag, they changed it halfway through. So I class it as a variant.
Yeah, but it's a totally new figure. Like, it's not like they just painted Snag's outfit red and left him exactly the same. They made an entirely new mold, you know? So, and he's a totally different color and a totally different size. So it's a completely new figure.
Factory error. Yeah, it's like the hollow cheeks, some people.
Yeah, see, that's not... No, you don't need to have both.
The short mustache, Bespin guard.
I didn't even know about that one.
The little lady scout trooper with the short snout.
What's the short snout? That's the difference. Yeah. What? I never even seen them side by side. I don't know what's different.
Let's see.
Like, what's so short about it? Like the length of the black.
It doesn't go to the bottom of his mask.
Like the black part.
Yeah, it doesn't go
the black
to the
part
bottom of his helmet.
Okay.
There's like a white line across.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look at all mine and see if there's any.
There's a little lady Jawa with a removable hood.
It's a separate piece, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. I've never seen that. Whoa.
And the capes on the burgundy.
Yeah, I remember the red cape, that reddish burgundy. Yeah. I've never seen one though. I don't have one.
I mean, there they've got brown hair and well, it does say orange hair, but it's ginger hair, isn't it? Ginger hair.
Do they have two
brown hair as variants?
Do they have at least two different Yodas? One that's green and one that's light green?
No, it's just brown or orange snake.
I know there's brown snake and orange snake. Yeah. But I have dark green with black eyes. I have dark green with brown eyes.
It's like
and I have dark green with red eyes. And then I also have light green with black eyes, light green with brown eyes, and light green with red eyes. And you can see a lot of them in the video. I think I show most of the variations I have in that video where I compare them to the retro one.
If Yoda's your focus, you get all the different variants.
And that was just accidental. I didn't do that.
Eyes are all over the place.
I didn't do it on purpose. Every Yoda I see, I buy. So
I did that with Bespin Luke. I had, like I said, 10 or 12 of them. And they're all different.
Yeah,
totally different. Not just the hair, everything. It's even got a wind up to Cara. Arturito's a variant there as well.
Oh yeah.
So
I've never seen one of those in person either.
I have. I've seen. I saw one carded at Celebration, and it didn't have a price on it, so I didn't ask.
I always ask. Yeah. This last Celebration was the very first time I ever saw the Revenge of the Jedi cards. You know the proofs? You ever seen the proofs that they made?
Yeah.
So they never put a figure on them. But they sent him out, had him printed, got him back, and they were going to give the okay. And then he changed the name to return. So they had to scrap all those proofs and send a new set of proofs out. But someone at this last Celebration I was at actually had some of the proofs. He was asking like $2,000 or $3,000 for each one. I was like, geez. Yeah, well, my Pac-Man eyes are black.
You got any Pac-Man eyes ones? No.
I have one. But they're black Pac-Man eyes.
Adrian wants to know what your thoughts on mini rigs.
I like them. I do.
I haven't got them all. I'm trying to get through them all. I didn't have them all as a kid.
No, neither did I.
The Cap 2 I had.
I want to get the I want to get the one that showed the Jabba the Hutt guys in it. Is it ATX or AXT or I don't know. It's that tan and brown. It clicks like this and it goes up. I had that when I was a kid, but I don't know, it disappeared through the years.
Lost me there.
I gotta get it again.
You're thinking about the skiff, little skiff.
No, it's not the skiff one. It looks like a brown, yellow and brown spaceship, and it can either fold up.
Oh, the AST.
Yeah, AS. Is it AST?
Whatever.
Yeah.
4, 5. Yeah.
On the box, I think Klaatu is sitting in it on the box. So
the thing is with the mini rigs is you got Slave 1, then you got Cap 2, then you got Imp 3. Is it Imp 3 or Imp 4? They went up in numbers after Slave 1. You know that?
No, I didn't know that. What do you mean?
Yeah. If you put all the mini rigs side by side, they go up in numbers because you've got to have your Slave 1 and your Cap 2. Is it? Yeah,
huh.
I'll look it up. And
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I remember Adrian. I remember them saying in one of the interviews these were the little ships that were just outside the view of the camera. So they were like, we wanted to make some stuff that was a little more affordable for the parents, but so they made up their own. Kenner made up their own toys. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, that AST5. Yeah, and then there was one Vader put on a Revenge. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Is he out there for sale somewhere?
I did the video for that. I only got an Imp 4 so I could put it in my ATAT.
Yeah, I want to get that one.
In the ATAT, doesn't it?
I want to get that one, and I want to get the one that looks like a little shuttle. The one that looks like a miniature shuttle. ISP-6
shuttle.
But I don't really care about the
Cap 2 is the one I had as a kid. I loved it.
Which one is that one?
The one with the legs and the 2 arms and like a dome.
Oh yeah, I got him with Bosk in it and my shelf. I got that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I don't care about getting the skiff one. That's just never really excited me. And
I got that as a job lot.
And I don't care about the repair facility thing. Is that really considered a mini rig or is that a separate thing? You got the repair thing.
The vehicle.
Yeah, repair unit.
Yeah, it's just it's not. I don't know if it's actually classed as a mini. I think it's classed as a mini rig, but it's in the same type of box, isn't it? So I would class it as a mini rig. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really cared about getting that, and I actually didn't care about getting the droid carrier, but I just happened to get one in a bundle of stuff. So I was like, actually, I think I have 2 of them now, because I think I've got it twice in a bundle of stuff, and those were all in the those were all in there. You're right. Yeah.
Was the vehicle Energizer in the
It is. It's in Star Wars. Yeah. Actually, I think it's in Empire Strikes Back also.
Right.
And the tripod laser cannon is in Hoth. Yeah, when they try to take off. And
there you go.
Vehicle maintenance energizer.
Yeah, I've got mine complete now. All the 8 tools and the 2 hoses. I just need the X-wing now. It's near the Falcon. Is it? I probably have noticed it. I just haven't watched Empire for a while. I mean, a couple of years since I watched Empire. That's it. People think you're a big Star Wars fan. You watch Star Wars all the time. We actually don't. I'm a Star Wars toy fan more than I love the films, obviously. But I'm more of a toy fan than a film fan, really.
Well, See, technically, I guess you could say I don't actually watch them every day.
Oh no,
I don't, but I have one on almost every day. Because if I'm working on eBay or posting, like this morning I was posting stuff and boxing up things that I sold from the day before. I will put Star Wars on in the background while I'm boxing stuff up to be mailed or posting new things because I don't have to pay attention to it. I can just listen to it in the background.
Yeah.
So today was Return of the Jedi. Like.
All right.
So
Lovely.
I actually can say with almost certainty that at least every other day from the moment the VHS tapes were released in America, so back in like the 1990 or 2 or something like that, whenever those videotapes were released in America, from that moment on, I have had at least one thing of Star Wars on the television in the background at least every other day. And lately, a lot of times since streaming has started, it's been Clone Wars or Rebels, like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm going back
And
for the Clone.
oftentimes I go to sleep with them on. I'll turn on Clone Wars or Rebels or now like Resistance, and I might doze off through the middle of an episode, or I'll put on Star Trek Next Generation or Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Those are my other 2 favorite go-tos to go to sleep to.
Well, I'm currently going through all the Doctor Who's from the very beginning, from 1963. And I'm on John Pertwee at the moment, to start John Pertwee, so I'm getting close to where I know from the end of John Pertwee, Tom Baker, that's my era.
Yeah, that's where I started. That's where I started also. I started there as well. Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be quite interesting to get to that stage. Anyway,
I remember I went back a couple of years ago and started back at the beginning, and I found them, but I've only ever watched them once. I found it pretty interesting, but
yeah, and
then got up because it was basically, I think it was when oh come on, one of the new doctors, what was his name? David Tennant. When Tennant took over, everybody at work was clamoring about how great the new Doctor Who was and everything. So it got me interested in going back. So I found it all, went back to the early 60s, watched it all in order, went through Eccleston and all those guys, caught up to Tennant, and then started watching the Tennant. You know what I mean? I actually went back and caught all the way up and then started watching Tennant and then watched it from then on to the current Doctor now, So
yeah.
Keeping up with it.
I'm going to call it a night because we've done 2 hours.
All right, Mark.
I just want to say that there are a couple of live streams going on tonight. Analog Toys, I think he's on now, starting now. And then the Junkman is starting at 11 o'clock our time. I don't know what time it'll be 2 o'clock for you, probably. So that's something to look forward to after we finish.
Yeah. All right.
But I'll tell you what, says he's watching Dallas. Oh, hang on. Adrian says there's a big link between Doctor Who and Star Wars. Yeah, the Bosk.
That's right. Yeah, the outfit, right? Yeah.
And Jeremy Bullock was in the first Doctor, within the first Doctor. So there you go. There's some trivia to think about.
Nice.
So it's been really great to have everybody on. And
yeah, I really liked all the comments. The interaction today was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as it's been good tonight. And it's nice to have Ben Potter on earlier on as well. If anybody wants to come on, let me know. We're always willing for people to come on to talk to us. It's been lovely. Thank you. And we'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock again. I think John will be back, won't you?
I don't think I have anything going on, so I think I'm okay to come on. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. So we'll say good night.
See you later, Mark. See you later, chat. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.